What, Charlamagne?
No, I was thinking about something, right? Never mind. Jess thought that Mike Jones, the rapper, was Coco Jones' daddy.
No, I didn't. Yo,
Did you really think that?
I didn't.
Did you think that for real?
No, he told me that our father was Eddie Jones. I was like, what? Oh, all right, who's Eddie Jones? He was like, no, Mike Jones. I'm like, Mike Jones? What's our father?
You stupid. You a stupid.
Tried it, yo.
Well, completely left turn.
I'm sorry. Yo.
No,
what you got?
I thought that was pretty funny. Shannon Sharpe has finally stepped away from ESPN. And I say finally because the people
I was
have been,
ready to say, why you say finally?
Because the people have been trying to figure out what was going to happen. So when I say finally, I more so mean like now we have an answer to what's about to happen with him and ESPN. So he came out with a statement yesterday. Shannon Sharpe posted this statement saying, his statement is found here. He says, this is the truth. The relationship is in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I'm electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I'll be devoting this time to my family and responding to dealing with these allegations that are false and disruptive that are set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, friends, fans, and colleagues. Shannon Sharpe. So there it is. He decided to step away. I think it's a lot of attention thrown the network's way. And
you know what I find interesting about that whole statement situation?
What?
ESPN hasn't released one yet. Okay, Shannon's plan may not be ESPN's plan, but we shall soon see.
Oh, ESPN ain't say nothing?
Nope.
ESPN hasn't said anything yet.
That's been another thing. The only thing that close to what ESPN is saying was what we were told from Stephen A. Smith from one of the presidents at ESPN.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't like things like this, right? And I'm gonna tell you why, right? I understand it's a lot of noise, there's a lot of people talking, but that's what the opposition wants. That's what they want. Yeah. They want you to be embarrassed. They want you to start losing money. They want you to start doing that so they feel like that you will settle out and you'll be forced to settle out. Now, if he really didn't do it and this was part of his kinky thing and it was what it was and he didn't do it and he's innocent, and the fact that he has to step away now, possibly losing his job, if he has bills and not having bills because now he has no work, I don't like that if he didn't do it because that's what they want him to do.
Yeah.
They want him to be embarrassed. They want him to feel away. Because what's going to happen, he's going to be like, you know what, F all this, let me just settle out on the side. That's what they're forcing him to do, really.
Yeah.
I'm sure Disney still has moral clauses, though. Like, regardless of, anything, I don't know if anything he did was criminal, but there's still moral clauses.
But when you talk about moral clauses, right, I can do what and I don't know what happened, we don't know, but from the outside, I can do what I want to do in my bedroom.
Yes.
Right? What I do in my bedroom is my business.
But once somebody
and I didn't put it out. I didn't film it and put it out. If somebody secretly taped me and put it out, I just think that's wrong. You can't do that.
It's not black and white like that, though.
But time out, I think you're missing something. There's an audio phone call of him saying that he was going to choke her. Now, whether or not that was role playing or not, it's perceived as a video. It's of a Shannon Sharpe saying he's going to choke this 19-year-old girl, however old she is. Right. So that is enough to say, hey, you know what? You need to sit down for a while.
But is it if it's a tape secret call and it is role playing? Let's just say, and I don't know.
We don't know if it's role playing.
But we don't know. He's saying it's role playing. She's saying it's not, right? But if it is and it's secretly taped, and this is my secret business. If I'm into what is it, BDSM? What is it called?
But all that has to
If I'm-
come out though, and be like,
But-
they have to know that for fact. They don't know right now. So why
So
they
you
don't
fire
know?
the brother, so you really guilty and you got to
he's not
prove yourself
fired.
innocent.
He's not
He ain't
fired as of
fired.
now. As of now, he's just taking a step
stepped
away.
down.
Yeah, and he stepped down. What I think
I'm
happened.
just saying I don't like that.
What I think happened, because what normally happens, and this is just me, this is not anything I've been told, but normally, they'll come to you and say, hey, we probably are going to lean towards you taking a step back. If you want to take the narrative and you just say you step back, go
That's what
ahead,
it
which
seems like.
allows
Correct.
him to, you know what I mean? It doesn't turn the conversation additionally negative.
It just
It's
makes
already
it
negative.
makes it feel you're guilty, and then you got to prove yourself innocent, instead
Or it's
opposed to
just-
innocent to proving yourself.
It's a lot of noise.
I think you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jess.
And then he could have been reading a Pornhub headline.
Shut up.
Like I'm just saying, because I be watching those little categories all the time, and it's like
you into BDSM?
he couldn't absolutely watching it.
Oh.
For sure. But it's like I've seen that headline before. Black man chokes, young white girl, and I've seen that.
Well, whatever he was doing, he got to sit down until ESPN can find that same video. Maybe send him the link.
And there's just a lot of things Shannon has against him right now, including the audio of him saying, he'll choke her out, including his lawyer saying they were going to settle for $10 million. So I totally understand him saying, you know what, I'm going to take a step back. Once again, he lucky ESPN ain't said nothing yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You pointing. I understand what you're saying, Envy, but it's not on ESPN. Shannon said he needed to take a step back.
I get it, but I just feel like that's, you basically are saying that man is guilty and is to prove his innocence.
That's Shannon.
I know.
Shannon took a step back. Ain't nobody saying nothing to Shannon.
I know.
Shannon took the step back.
The audio is just crazy because even she, if you listen closely, she had like the seductive, retarded voice on. You know what I'm saying? Where she's like,
what is seductive?
You know, it's like, because she do sound a little behind, but she still like sound like she trying to be sultry with it. Like seductive.
That is the worst part of it. I get what Jess saying.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're trying to figure it out.
Shannon, how you so green to fall for that?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's
56 years old.
He's been famous for a long time, and he's been doing this for a long time. I don't know about. And
he hasn't. He clearly hasn't been doing this for a long time because these are rookie mistakes. First of all, 56 years old talking to a 19-year-old is ridiculous. All right, 54 talking to a 19-year-old, and then letting that 20-something-year-old talk to you like that on text messages and on phone, and you sitting there talking
and recorded on video.
Man, that's how you know it's been going on for a while. So he felt like he was in the trusted. I can trust you by now. You've been rocking with me for a while. Yeah, I'm saying.
There was a story that came out yesterday from sources close to Shannon Sharpe that said that they, these sources are saying that they had engaged in those sexual acts over 100 times. The relationship started around like 2022 or 2023. So it's been a couple years. But wherever that trust was broken, baby, is it broke? Because right now he having to answer to some things, and ESPN or him taking a step back. It's a lot of noise right now.
And by the way, this is the main thing, and I've been saying this all week. Discipline and stability. Clearly, he lacks it. You cannot be 54 years old hollering at a 19-year-old. That was his first mistake. So he made a poor choice. That's why he's in this situation. Nobody calls this on Shannon Sharpe except for Shannon Sharpe.
Hey, y'all. It's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Sorry to interrupt, but y'all know how I do. So I'm here to talk about Top Dog Law. Y'all hear Top Dog Law all over your radio, and I know by now that if you want top dollar, you should also know this. You gotta call Top Dog Law if it's about your car accident. Don't let these little family lawyers finesse you into a little check. Shouldn't nothing be little this season. Remember, for any serious accident, injury case, Top Dog Law gets you top dollar. So make sure you call today to find out what your car accident, your slip and fall, or your construction accident case could really be worth. And calling Top Dog Law is completely free also. It's free for a consultation. Call Top Dog Law today to see if your case is eligible for compensation with no money down. So make sure y'all go holla at my dogs, no pun intended, over at Top Dog Law. That's Top Dog Law on Instagram and topdoglaw.com. Now, let's get back to The Breakfast Club.
No, I totally agree with you, right? He's not, like, is ethically and morally, it just seems crazy.
Yeah,
it seems crazy, but if he had consensual sex with this girl, it's legal, and he is a victim if he had consensual sex and they playing this to get some money. Yes, he is a victim if that's the case. I don't know what the case is because we hearing both sides. Yes.
Well, he made a choice as a 54-year-old.
But he could have had consensual sex with this woman. He could have had consensual sex.
But
and if he had consensual sex and if they are lying, then he is a victim.
I think you're missing my point. Consensual, even if it was consensual, it's still stupid.
It is stupid. I'm not saying it's not stupid. It's morally and ethically wrong. Yes. But if they're lying on him,
but legally,
he's a victim. It is stupid. It's dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've heard of a 54-year-old man talking to a 19-year-old.
Exactly.
But if he had consensual sex and they're lying, and that was role playing.
Destiny's not a matter of chance.
Jess, don't you feel like you watching your parents argue?
Yes.
You just gotta sit here until it's done.
Wait till I release the text message from Charlamagne.
Listen, if Shannon was my homie, that's what I'd be telling him. You put yourself in this situation.
We
that's
all would.
Stupid.
It is
you're
stupid.
An idiot.
Well,
you right.
Please don't release any text, Envy.
For me and Charlamagne?
Yes, we all love working together.
That's crazy. Right.
Well, really quick as we wrap up, I just want to send some prayers to Gilbert Arenas and Laura Govan. Their son, Elijah Arenas, was involved in a very serious car accident in L.A., and he is right now in a medically induced coma because of some smoke inhalation because the Cybertruck he was in caught on fire. And I received a statement from the family. They're just asking for prayers and some privacy right now. So just wanted to send some prayers their way.
Absolutely. Definitely sending prayers up. And I want to say something too, man. Before I know Envy about to do his People's Choice mix, please make sure you're wearing deodorant. And please make sure you got the right deodorant on. The temperature is really changing in a lot of places. It's getting warm. Don't get caught out there smelling musty, because I got caught yesterday. And I haven't.
You was smelling musty yesterday?
Musty!
I haven't smelled musty in years, and I was shocked. And I know I had deodorant on. So
but you had black soap?
What happened? Oh, you know, goddamn black soap. I used to use black soap, but I had a crew neck on, and when I took that crew neck off, I was like, "What is that?" I ain't
hell no! And then you be walking around giving everybody a tight hug
and stops and talks to everybody. You just spreading that must all over the city.
I don't know what happened, but I'm just telling you right now.
Damn!
Don't get caught out there. Make sure you wearing deodorant, and make sure you got the right deodorant on. The temperature is changing. You know what I mean?
Well, it's definitely going to stink at that festival, my brother.
You gonna get the Black Effect Festival hugging you from afar.
We smelling you out there, my bro.
Stop buying that deodorant from them Grand Rising Kings. That's what you
Lauren, you should hush, because there's been a lot of talk behind your back that I won't speak on right now.
Wow.
Speak on it, baby, because I'm in here smelling great every morning. They probably asking you what I'm wearing. Don't play with me.
I just want to let y'all know Jess yesterday was like, Envy, you smell real clean.
Yes. Envy washed with the soap.
She said you smell like soap, but you smell so clean.
Yes, I'm like, is it a shower here at iHeart? It sound like he just got out the shower.
All right, we got Donkey today up next. Charlamagne, you doing it different this morning?
Oh, yes, I am actually. I want people to call in, man, and give people the credit they deserve for being stupid. We'll talk about it when we come back.
All right, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.